What up, folks? Welcome back. Today we're talking about the iPad Pro, and we're going to look at the 2020 versus 2018, which one's a better value and which one you should buy today. Let's get into it. Today we're talking about the iPad Pro, and I first off want to say, before even getting into it, that I am an avid iPad user. I have loved iPads since day one, so I'm a little bit biased on how great these machines really are. I love everything about them. I use them every single day for work, for pleasure, for fun, and they're just great machines. They're by far the best tablet out on the market right now, and it's not even close. So let's get that right out of the way. If you're looking for a tablet and you're on the fence between some of the other tablets that are Android or Windows-based versus the iPad, it's not even close. Just get yourself an iPad and save some time. So now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at the new iPad 2020 and the features that it brings to the table. And are they right for you? So right off the bat, they added a new wide-angle lens, which is awesome. They also added a light detection and ranging scanner. They call that LiDAR scanner. They have a new chip, an A12Z chip, better battery life. They also added in some more RAM across the board, whereas in the older model, it was only the highest level 1 terabyte model and the 12.9 that had the highest RAM that now matches this. They added some new studio mics, which I absolutely love. I tested those out and they sound really good. So if you want to record a podcast or voiceovers or some type of a song, you could actually do that with the built-in studio mics and some tweaking in post. Now, that's not to say that it's going to match an actual studio setup, so it's not going to do that, but they are really good mics for the new 2020 iPad, so I do like that. Overall, I would say the upgrades are not vast. The one thing I do like is now that base models throughout now have double storage, so instead of 64 in the previous models, they start at 128, which is really nice. 64 is completely unusable in today's world. Now, that being said, the iPad 2020, I would call it more of a refresh than an actual new model. It is highly similar to the 2018. They're really almost the same iPad. And in my experience, what I did was I actually bought a 2020 iPad. I used it, I tested it, I loved it, and then I realized I don't really need it, and I actually returned it, and I picked up this 2018 model refurbished from Apple. I'm going to talk more about that at the end of the video, but overall, I would say let's compare the two. Let's compare the 2020 versus the 2018 and see what's right for you. So right off the bat, the screen, the support for Apple Pencil, the new support for Magic Mice, mouse and trackpad, all the same from the 2018 and 2020. Battery is almost the same. They say the new one has a little bit better battery life. I tested them out and I've seen some tests online and they're pretty much the same. Internals, yes, you do get beefier RAM on the newer model, but again, not noticeable unless you're running highly RAM focused apps and things that need a lot of RAM, you're not going to notice it. And overall, everything on the iPad is very efficient already. So the RAM is very good and very quick in the older models. So not something that I would say is worthy of an upgrade. So let's talk about the new A12Z chip versus the A12X chip in the older model. So for me personally, I'm not one to nitpick on performance numbers. I want to know actual usability and how it feels to me. Now, that being said, I did look at some tests, like Geekbench and some other tests about there, looking at speed tests. And the A12Z chip does beat the A12X. So it is an upgrade, but it's not a vast upgrade. It's like a very incremental upgrade. In fact, on some of the tests that I saw out there, and I can link them below, many times the older iPad, the 2018, actually beat it in some weird tests. If not, it was very much on the same level, definitely comparable. So if you're looking for an upgrade and speed is your main focus, I would say go for the 2020, but in 99% of us, we're not going to notice a huge difference in the 2018 and 2020 model. Even running LumaFusion, which is a video editing app that I use, editing 4K video coming out of these Sony cameras. I used it on the 2018 and the 2020, and they both ran very well. They both exported well, rendered video quickly, and I had no issues with playback or scrubbing or anything like that. So the 2018 is still a very capable and fast machine. The 2020 is a little bit faster. So you're looking from great to even greater, in my opinion. The new wide-angle camera. Is it just me, or as a photographer, do you just cringe at everyone that actually shoots photos with their iPad? If I see you like this at a ball game, I'm gonna laugh at you. I don't think it's a usable, laugh at you is a little bit harsh, but I don't think it's a usable, practical way to take photos. 99% of us out there have the phone in our pocket that are just as capable as these iPads, so I don't think the wide angle lens is gonna be a selling point for many people out there. In addition, the LiDAR scanner. So the LiDAR scanner is excellent tech. I think it's really cool, and I think it's really futuristic. I think it's just an awesome way to be able to scan and get depth perception in a machine. So that's what it really does. It really reads depth more accurately than a camera. So the LiDAR scanner is used for detecting at what point something falls off and another point that picks up on another item that's sitting there. That's a terrible example. I explained that horribly. In any case, my gripe with the LiDAR scanner is that it's future-proof and it's really good tech, but it's unusable now. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people using it for VR gaming, and that's cool, but that's not really the main purpose of an iPad. If you're buying an iPad, you're not buying it as a gamer. You'd buy something else as a gamer. So I'm seeing it for use as gaming, which is not really a selling point for most. I'm also seeing it used as like for these apps that are not very good, like the IKEA app is what I keep seeing people using it for. And forgive me if I'm wrong, but I guarantee you're not buying an $1,100 iPad to buy $30 furniture from IKEA and use it on the app to buy that more accurately so it looks better in your apartment. Like, that's not what you're using it for. That app worked perfectly fine in the old iPad. It's just a little more accurate in the new iPad with the LiDAR scanner. So again, I don't think that's a selling point. I think it's more of a marketing ploy by Apple to upsell what I don't think is a very big upgrade in their new iPad. Now, is it future-proof? Hell, we may see a lot of developers and a lot of support and a lot of apps using those LiDAR scanners down the line. But at that point, you're probably going to want to upgrade your iPad anyway because there's going to be so much more new tech and faster speeds and better battery life. The list goes on and on. So the LiDAR scanner right now is not a selling point for most of us, in my opinion. The new studio mics, yeah, they're cool. I would say that they're a great addition. Again, not a selling point. But overall, the similarities between the two are uncanny. Battery life's almost the same. Screen is almost the same. Speed is almost the same. Wi-Fi is the same. The internals are basically the same. So overall, I would say, who should buy the 2020 iPad brand new? I would say the only people that should go out there and buy the 2020 iPad is if you're the type of person that needs thorough reliability and support from Apple in a new product. Meaning this, you can't get the 2018 new anymore. So you're limited right there. You have to get the 2020 new. So if you need a new product and you need to make sure nobody else has touched it and it's the most reliable, safe, brand new product that it possibly could be, go out there and buy a 2020 iPad. For everyone else, do not buy it. Buy the 2018 model. So you can also do what I did. And so I like Apple support. I like knowing that if something goes wrong, there's still a manufacturer's warranty under it. I think it's helpful. So what I did is I actually returned the 2020 iPad that I had purchased, and I purchased me a 2018 iPad. Same specs. I got the 256 12.9. Wi-Fi only because I like working off external SD drives if I'm doing photos or video or something like that. And I don't need the cellular because I always have a Wi-Fi hotspot. So I just got the Wi-Fi model. That being said, I almost saved about $300 buying it refurbished from Apple. And they treat their refurbished products almost like new products, which is really great. They're packaged new, they come with a new box, they come with all the original accessories, they come with a 1-year manufacturer's warranty just like you would get on a new model, and you get the full support and ability to buy Apple Care when you get that. So it's almost a no-brainer for me. I save $300, still get a new machine, still get a very comparable machine to the latest and greatest that Apple has to offer. So overall, I think it's an excellent way to go. If you could still hop on the refurbished line, I looked today, I'll provide a link below. There's not every model available now refurbished, so you may be limited there. But I still recommend buying the 2018 model used. If you know what you're looking for and you can find a clean model that hasn't been stolen or locked up or anything like that, I would say the 2018 is an excellent way to go. Value, it's a no-brainer. Don't even compare the two. The 2018 is a better value and will still be lasting you a long time and future-proof with all the speed and tech that it's got. So that's all I got for you guys today. What do you use your iPads for? I use my iPads for video editing, photo editing, a lot of business, a lot of work. I do a lot of productivity on the iPad. I don't really understand TikTok. So TikTok is just people dancing. So I guess TikTok's people singing too. So it's singing and dancing. Okay. Okay. I average. Yo, Tiger King is trending. She definitely killed her husband. There's no doubt about it. I wonder how many people are gonna be Joe Exotic for Halloween. I bet you see hella Joe Exotics. Would I want to pet a baby lion? Would I not want to pet a baby lion? Potato Jet launched a new video. Now you got the name Potato. Genius, just genius. All right, but should I rewatch Breaking Bad for the 30th time? All right. So that's what I use mine for. So I love the 12.9 and I love the speed and everything that it brings to the table. So that's all I got for you guys today with this iPad review. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.